I went to a RV showroom and just looked around. Before I ever got into the showroom, I happened to see the little guy tab on the outside of in the parking lot. So I go over to it and I thought it'll be locked. Guess what? It wasn't locked. So I went ahead and walked in and looked around at it. Oh my goodness, it is so little and so dainty and so cute, and it would look so good sitting in my driveway. However, I haven't yet talked my husband into purchasing one. My husband is a workaholic, and he thinks that if he were to leave town that his farm would walk off. And so I'm still doing some slick talking, trying to get him to invest in an RV. And the day that he does will be the day that we will hightail it out to the Smokey Mountains. That will be our first trip. And then from there, who knows where we'll journey. The second RV that I ran across on the lot was a little guy, Max. And I thought, I'm going to look inside of it. However, the door was locked. Kind of burst my bubble. So I looked around on the outside of it. I think it could be a newer model, more modern than the Tab. However, it still has some age on it too. When I realized I wasn't going to get into that, I thought I'll just walk around the lot just a little bit and see what I can see outside. And all the RVs were really nice. Some of them were a little larger than what I would like. Definitely larger than I could drive. When I got inside the showroom, I ran across this little Geo Pro, and it was probably my favorite. Looking around, I could tell that it was a newer model, and I liked the lighter interior. It had twin beds, which is something that I would enjoy. My husband and I, we both have CPAP machines, so that would be ideal for us to sit the CPAP machines in between us and sleep on the twin beds. When I was walking around on the outside of the showroom, I happened to say that the RVs were a little bigger than what I could drive. What I meant to say was there ain't no way on God's green earth that I would be able to attach one of these things to the back of my SUV and drive around without wiping out everything this side of Georgia. I went on the inside of a couple Colemans. They're cute, but they're just not made out of as sturdy material as some of them that were in the showroom. This is a funny looking triangle shaped something or another. I liked it, but when I got inside, I couldn't find the bathroom anywhere. And that's kind of a deal breaker for me. I am a middle-aged woman, and so I do have to slide out of the bed a couple times during the night to find the bathroom. And if it doesn't have a bathroom in it, that would be a firm no for me. I then move on to a Jayco, and when I got to the door, I realized that bed looks really comfortable. It wasn't a bad mattress at all. I honestly believe I could sleep on that bed. It was light in color, it had plenty of room, and it had room to hang clothes. It was a very nice RV, but I just don't know. I'm not really... I don't know. I still have my heart set on that little Tab, but I'm going to keep my mind open and just see what we can come up with. I want a really good price. I want one that I can say that I got a good deal on, but I also want one that is going to be able to stick with us and hang around and not tear apart very easily. So I want it to be good material, such as the NuCamp. However, those NuCamp are made good, but they also have a very, very, very good price to them, higher price than what we can afford. So we might have to lower our standards just a little bit so that we can get in one before we are old and drawing our Social Security. I like the color of this one on the outside. It had quite a bit of room on the inside. And I really like the shower that was in this one. It seemed like it was made out of better material than what some of the other ones were made out of that I looked at. I like the space around the sink, and the commode even looked like it was made out of better material. However, after looking at that NuCamp, I'm still struggling. That is what I really, really want. We'll just have to wait and see which one I end up with. But if my husband has his way, it won't be anytime soon. So I'm still a begging. I really like the pantry space in this one, and the material that the cushions were made out of seemed like it was better quality than the ones in the other RVs that I went into. That cushion was very cushiony, and it looked like it would make a bed as well. So I think there's quite a bit of room in that one. I can see me owning one of these very easily. As I walked around, the RVs seemed to get a little larger. The layout of this one was really nice, and the bed was bigger. It seemed like the couch was a little more cushionier, and there was places to put your clothes. I like this, but I know for certain that I would never be able to drive anything this big. I have never even driven a camp or a trailer on the back of my vehicle before, so if I went anywhere with an RV attached to the back of the vehicle, it would have to be with my husband driving and me being the back seat driver or the side seat driver. Well, anyway, I'd be telling him what to do every step of the way. But anyhow, I'm always going to be the side seat driver because I feel like I'm a better driver than him and probably could drive this thing. The next vehicle that I went into was a van. That had, of course, I don't know what those are called, Class C's, or I'm not real sure. Anyway, it was a van, and it had a bed in the back of it, a shower, a kitchen, everything one would need to be on the road and stay overnight. I really liked it, and when I looked at it, it doesn't appear to be much bigger than my van. It's taller, but it's not... it's about the same length. I think that thing could probably be parked in a parking lot. I liked it. I might even be able to drive that thing. I am going back to the Geo Pro, and at the end of the day, I really like that Geo Pro. I checked, and the price on it's around $27,000, brand new. That's not in the budget right now, so I can see if we are going to look at something like that, it's probably going to have to be a maybe 23, 24, 25 model. Definitely not a 27 model. So we'll kind of be on the lookout and see what we can find. But that had ultimately everything that I would want in it, as far as a bathroom, twin beds, a kitchen, and it would be the size that I would need. It could even be towed behind my SUV if need be. Well, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to take you along on my field trip out into the adventureland of RV life. I have truly enjoyed myself today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll eventually see which RV we come up with. Can't be too soon for me because I'm ready to get out on the road as soon as yesterday. We'll see you later. One last thing before I go. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you again later. Bye for now.